Good morning, YouTube. It is Tuesday, August 26th, and it is day 2 of Teacher in Service. If you're new here, my name is Fletcher Nelson. I'm a third grade teacher in Minnesota, and we're just getting back to school. I know a lot of places have been back for a while, but typically in Minnesota, you start after Labor Day with students, so the week before is in service. So we have in service Monday through Thursday this week, and I'm excited to have a little bit more work time in my room today, a little less meetings. We still have a few, but not as many. I got my Nespresso working again, so I was able to make my own coffee. So we're ready to get to school. It's about 7:40 and I have like a 2-minute drive, so we'll be there in no time. We are here. Like 8:46. No, yeah, 7:46. So we have like a coffee social hour from like 8 to 8:30. That's optional. I'll go down for that for a little bit for sure. And then we have a staff meeting at 8:30. And then I think the rest of the morning is ours. And then after lunch, we have like different stations we have to go through. Our instructional coaches are doing like each room's a different subject, so I'm not sure how that'll be. We'll find out. We've never done anything like that before. And then we do have our first volleyball game tonight, and it's like 2 hours away, so I do have to leave early. I'm leaving at about 2 o'clock. So that'll be my day, so I need to really utilize my morning and be productive. I don't have a ton to do, but they're like little things that are kind of time consuming. Yesterday I labeled their workbooks. Today I want to label their whiteboards and just stick those in. I suppose I can't put them in a desk, but I can make piles, like their whiteboard, their math book, their handwriting to go in their desk when they pick their desk, because I'm gonna let them choose that back to school night. Just so these pictures aren't like empty and cardboard, I printed off their second grade school picture. And then that way, if I don't print off the picture I'll take in the first day of school right away, I don't feel as bad because it's not just that. So, I mean, like this one's not necessary, but I don't know. I feel like if you come into a room and already see your face, that's kind of helpful and comforting. So I'll put their pictures up there. I did already print those yesterday. I just need to stick those up there. And I'm gonna label these Chromebooks better, but we won't use those on the first day of school, so I'm really not too worried about getting that done today. So we're not gonna do that right away. Otherwise, I think it's just gonna be like getting their, all the paperwork ready for back to school night. So I will probably do that as well. We are not doing back to school night this year. I keep saying that. When COVID hit, we did scheduled back to school conferences, and the teachers, we really liked them. I think most families liked them as well, because they come in for like 10, 15 minutes. They get to sit down with the teacher. We can like talk, get to know the kid. There's no other families in there, and it's nice. If you do a scheduled open house, like that's 2 hours, everyone comes at once and it's just chaotic and they leave. And I'm like, who did I meet? I don't even know. So we did that for like 2 years because of COVID. We went away from it for a couple of years, and now we're back to it. So I'm excited. I hope families like it as well. We do have tomorrow evening is an option they can sign up for, and then Thursday during the day. So they both have an evening and a daytime option. And most of my kids are signed up so far. Obviously, just like back to school night, if like with an open house, not everyone comes, but if they're able to, they usually do. So I'm excited to have those scheduled options and be able to just sit down with families, get to know them, get to know their kid, help them put their stuff away, find a desk, all the things, answer any questions they have. So that'll be good. It is now Wednesday morning. I forgot to check in. Just was super busy with lunch. Was earlier than I thought. So all of a sudden I had to get to our sessions we had in the afternoon, and then I had to leave for volleyball. So we had our first win last night, so that's good. But here's what I got done yesterday. Right now I have all their stuff, I spread them out in order by their last name, so I could like put everything on a desk, just like their handwriting book, their math book, their clipboard, their name tag, all their stuff. This isn't their assigned spot. I like to let them choose it back to school night, which will start tonight. So I'll put these probably, now that I have everything gathered, I'll just make like a pile behind my desk or on my counter in the back of the room in the order that they have their back to school conference tonight. So I got that stuff taken care of and organized, and that felt good. I got my number corner calendar up, which is part of our math curriculum. And then I just got like a lot of my desk area. That was kind of a mess. It's pretty clean. A few things to put away this morning, but otherwise we're sitting pretty good there. So again, it's pretty solid in here. This morning we have like a quick math, like an hour math training for, again, the new, like it's called Fast Bridge. So I think theirs is Fast Math. And then from there, I think we have prep time, like as built into the day. And then like my dedicated prep time and lunch I need to use to go over to volleyball practice this afternoon, because we have a game tomorrow, but we couldn't practice till way later tonight because of back to school night at the high school. So we have to do it during our lunch, then use our prep and lunch time to practice for an hour and a half, whatever. So I'll have that, and then I'll run back here, have a little bit more time, I think team PLC, and then it's back to school night. So it's gonna be busy. I'll try to remember to check in. If I forget, I will let you know how it goes tomorrow. But right now, I'm gonna get ready for that math meeting and get my life together, I guess. So here we go. It's just been a whirlwind. It is now 3 o'clock. It is still Wednesday, so I didn't at least miss the whole day. But I've had practice, I've had work time, we've had meetings. So let me flip around to show you how we're sitting for open house and back to school night. So I have the room all put together. That part we're doing good. And then I mentioned in my last video, but we are doing scheduled back to school conferences. So each family has a 15-minute time slot. So tonight we go from 4 to 6, and then tomorrow we do them all day. So I have all of my student stuff up here that I have tonight. So they will be able to choose their desk. Those boxes are optional, but families can order those, and then all their school supplies get sent to us. So that is everything they need in that box. So I had 4, 5, 6, 7, I had 8 kids do that. So 8 kids already have all their school supplies here, but they will just take them out of that box, put them in their desk. So those are all the ones I have tonight. The rest of them I just have up in the front of the room. And then I have their name tags on there, their math book, their handwriting book, their whiteboard. And then if they did not do that school supply thing that was delivered, they'll have their school supplies. So they will choose their desk, will get their name tag on their desk, and then they will unpack and get moved into their table. And then I just threw that up on the board just to have it. But yeah, I'm not going to show you their faces, but I did get their second grade pictures printed in those frames, so those aren't bare. And then I will take a picture the first day of school, and that will go in there for the year. So I got that done. And then my back counter area, I just got cleaned and organized and ready to roll. So we're good to go. I also just printed off this for after school transportation, so I can make sure I know how they're getting home each day of the week, because some kids will go like bus 3 days a week, but then they go to like gymnastics 2 days or something. So I'll use that to get some info. I have all their back to school forms in a folder that they can take home. I'm gonna have, there's 2 that I want them to sign here. One is a PG movie form in case it's indoor recess, just giving permission to watch PG movies. And the other one is our school social media form, just so I know who can be in pictures that are posted on our school social media, like our Facebook page. I like getting that one right away, so I just know going into the year of like who can and can't be in a picture. That way if I'm gonna upload or send to our social media team something that we did, I'm not including kids who can't be on there. So those are the 2 I'm gonna have them fill out. But the rest are like information, so they can fill those out and bring them back on the first day of school. Oh, I also had to get my lunch chart reprinted because my one last year was falling apart, so I threw it away. So that way they know where they'll make their lunch choice each day. So they just move their clip. If they're having hot lunch, that's from school. Cold lunch is they're bringing their own. So cold lunch and no milk means they don't need a drink. Cold lunch with milk means they brought their own lunch, but they need a milk from school. And then a bag is like a bag lunch, a bagged like cold sandwich from school. So I got that one laminated and hung up, but we are ready for year 12. I'm gonna stop that video here. I have a little bit of time. My first one is coming at 3:45. So I'll have back to school conferences straight from 3:45 until 6. And then I have my last night of sand volleyball tonight. So thanks for watching. My next vlog will probably be the first day of school. So tune in for next week on that first day with students. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.